What's up everyone, it is ThoseBrickLetters here today with an unpacking my Lego room vlog. So you guys would have seen in a recent video that my Lego room is finally once and for all complete again. All the windows have been installed, the drywall has been re-added, and everything's looking really good. I'm very excited to finally get this Lego room back in order. In the last video, you guys saw me doing things like add the lights and just kind of getting this room ready to move back in. And today in this video, I'm actually going to be unpacking all of my Lego sets, which I'm very excited about. Behind me here is the temporary room that we made of all the plastic and everything like that. My Lego has been hiding behind that for the last month and a bit now. So very excited to start tearing down the plastic and getting back to my beautiful bricks that have been hiding in here relatively dust-free. It looks like it doesn't look like it got too crazy, which is good. I think the plastic actually did its job, which will save me a lot of work in the long run. So very excited to start tearing all of this down and start resetting up the Lego room. Also, my apologies, but through this video there may be a lot of drilling and loud noises, and that's because, well, this building is still a construction zone and unfortunately will be for the next few weeks at least. So I'm not going to film any main videos while they're doing the construction, but because this is an unpacking vlog from construction, it kind of makes sense and well, it's fitting. All right, I'm so excited. I'm just going to start doing the honors, and here we go. There's actually two layers of plastic here. One has got the most dust on it, which is the first layer that I'm pulling. And then actually this layer is the main layer, and look at that. Oh, I certainly have missed. I have missed all these Lego sets so much. So, woohoo, it's like having a whole separate Lego room, which is really cool. So I've got to take all this tape down, obviously, get all these poles out of the way that are hidden, that are actually holding up all the plastic, and good stuff. I'm going to do that now. Woohoo, guys, the plastic is coming down. Look at, I can see my Lego collection again. I'm so excited. Woo, this looks awesome. All right, guys, look at this. The Lego room is back. Woohoo, there's no more plastic, no more construction crap, no more dust. Well, there's always gonna be a little dust, but for the most part, it is back. I'm so excited. I miss this so much. It's going to be a little bit harder now to get everything out of here, obviously, because it is, you know, tightly packed in, and I want to make some changes to things, how it goes here. And let me explain those a little bit now. So for starters, I want to put a desk here. That's why I've got this table here. This is where my editing computer is going to go. I'm going to have my drawers of all my camera equipment below it. And then above it, I'm actually going to mount my TV. So the TV that's, well, right here, I've got a special mount for it that's going to go on the wall so it can still swivel. So I can have it above my desk when I want it. I can have it over here when I want it. And I can have it facing this way when I want it. So I'm going to do that. Very excited about that. I'm going to set up the studio here, but when I get back to filming, I want to do more creative content, not just sit in front of the table and talk. So I'm going to rearrange the studio. So that set will still be there, but there's also going to be a few other things as well. I desperately want to get rid of some of the studio lights. I think I just quite frankly have way too many, so I want to have 3, max 4 in this Lego room, not the 6 like I have right now, because as I said, I think it is just a little bit too many and makes this place look like a studio instead of a collector's room and stuff like that. Obviously got to rehang the pictures up here, and I've got to continue the lights, but I only had one more of these adapters here, so I have to kind of figure out where I want them to go. I'm thinking that yeah, I've got a plan. I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to do it and see how it works. But I have a plan to make the use of the space. I'm probably going to leave this right where it is. But I feel like I got to do something a little bit different with the city just because I'm not entirely thrilled. I like the city, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I feel like there's just something missing with it. So we will have to reinvestigate that when we see. But for starters, I think I'm going to start moving some of these bookcases. But first, I've got to get down the world map because it's up here and I don't want to leave it there. So the bookshelves are going back right where they all used to be because I luckily didn't have to take any sets off the shelves for the most part. There is going to be a little bit of reconstruction because some of them did, you know, some of the minifigures did fall over. I did accidentally knock the picture frame over and all these parts came flying down. So there is definitely some, you know, touch-ups to do, but so much better than having to redo all of the shelves because you guys know it took me a really long time to get those set up. So I'm happy that it's looking like this so far, and I've got 5 more bookcases to move into place. It'd be much easier with 2 people here. I'm just trying to do the best I can with 1 person, not to scratch the floor. So gonna be very carefully moving all the rest of them here, and still very, very excited for what's to come. All right, guys, look at I did it. All of my bookshelves are now back in the places they all should be. All of them have been rearranged and it's looking good. There was just a few casualties, not even the exosuit, just a few of the other ones that I have to put back. And like I mentioned, I do have to do a lot more rearranging on the shelves than doing a little bit of dusting and all of that good stuff. But for the most part, everything is pretty good. Everything is pretty compact. Everything stayed together, and I'm very happy with it. Now, obviously, it's just left to tackle the rest of the Lego room and to put, some of these shelves back up here on the bookcases and things like that. Get the table back. This is the studio table. I also, like I mentioned, want to set up my desk and stuff like that very, very soon. So very excited to get to work and get going, but very happy with this. And I forgot how good it looked, and I forgot how big the Lego room truly was. So the next thing I did was went in and added my desk. So I'm very, very excited for how that looks. I think it's going to be a much needed change here in the Lego room. So I've got the bookcase here, which I'm going to keep, the new desktop here with the legs. And then I've got this Alex drawer set that I used to have in my living room, but it's mostly full of like camera equipment and stuff like that. So it kind of makes more sense for it to be in here. Plus I didn't want it out there anymore. And then, like I said, I'm going to have my monitor. I might add a second one so I can, watch YouTube videos and stuff like that, have a second screen. And then of course the TV is going to be mounted above it on that swivel mount so I can turn it around. I'm still going to put the white studio here, as well as some of the other, camera equipment and stuff like that. That used to be over here as well. All right, guys, I got my new computer set up all done, which I'm really, really excited about. Like I said, I've got 2 monitors now. This is going to be like the main one that I do all the editing on and stuff like that, manage my YouTube channel. And then I just wanted a secondary monitor for, sometimes it's helpful to have a secondary monitor, but especially to watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. I want one on the screen so I can be doing like work on this one, listening to them in the background, and then easily being able to switch over so I can write comments and stuff. Because I used to do my iPad on that, but I absolutely hate typing comments on the iPad. So very happy with how this is going to look. And then of course my white studio can go beside that, and then all the rest of the other stuff can go there as well, that you can see is not yet been put away. I've also got the TV there, which is going to look awesome mounted above. And then I've got some Lego that I've acquired over the last few weeks. And I love the way this desk looks like with the bookshelf right here with some Lego sets on that, and it's going to look epic. Total side note, I got rid of all the tape on these lights at least, and I still have to get rid of the tape on these ones. And I just honestly think that looks so much better here in the Lego room. And I've also unplugged the 2 studio lights over here, just because like I was saying, I think it was screwing up the lighting here in the Lego room and it was giving it a weird look. I don't want it to be a studio, so I'm hoping by adding a few more ceiling lights, it will just get better and I can avoid having all these studio lights except for the 3 I need for, well, the actual studio. So unpacking is still going pretty smooth. I added a bunch of my planes and other parts up here. So what I've done is all the boats are still going to remain over here. Then I put the Jurassic World set here, the dinosaur, just because I love that set. And it used to be like deep in the corner there and I never even saw it. So I wanted to have it somewhere so like when I walk in the Lego room, there it is in all its glory. And then beside that, I've got all my planes and helicopters and all that good stuff, which means it's moved down a little bit, which is really, really nice. One thing I want to do is, I've said it before, I want this to be less like a studio feeling and more like a Lego room, more like a, come in and marvel a museum almost. Look at all these incredible sets. So I'm getting rid of a bunch of the studio lights just because I don't think they're super nice. So now I have some of these new ones instead, which I think look a lot better. But because I'm getting rid of the studio, that means I don't want just a bunch of random boxes taking up these bottom shelves like they have been, because I actually want to be able to film on some of these lower shelves now as well. Like it's not just going to be me at the table over here. I have a chair that I'm going to swap in and out. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with all of these boxes, just because I've got bins and boxes and oh my, like there's so much going on here. So not entirely sure what's going to happen here, but I might put some of these in the Bricklink room or figure it out. I'm trying to clear out this area here because I want to get in there and get these studio lights out of there and just kind of put them, elsewhere in the Lego room and just figure out the rest of the lighting. I've put the table here for the white backdrop, which is going to be perfect. I obviously need that. I use it a lot. It might even go a little bit farther in. I haven't quite decided yet we will have to kind of see what everything's looking like here, but I've got the monitors and stuff. And then of course I've also got to rehang these Lego minifigures, which I should do sooner than later because I don't want to wait until the TV's there. My parents are going to come up soon and they're going to help me mount the TV and stuff like that. I'm also trying to arrange some of the artwork, which I don't think I'm going to put up right away, because not only do I have my custom YouTube play button that I made back in like 2013, but now, very, very shortly, I'm going to have an actual play button. So I want to make sure I hang that up somewhere where it's got a lot of glory and I can really see it and, you know, marvel and be proud of all the hard work I put in to get that. So I'm just going to hold off before I put all the rest of the artwork up after the TV. But yeah, because I want to hang that somewhere nice and somewhere in all its glory. But very, very happy with how this is looking so far. Still a decent amount to do, of course, because a lot of the shelves need a little bit more reconfiguring, but it's a very good start. So the Lego room sure is looking messy here. I started pulling out the suitcase full of all my filming equipment out so I could start setting up the studio, just because there wasn't much else I could do to the room, you know, without starting to get this set up and at least out of the way. Like I said, I'm trying to build it much more modular so I can move all these lights right to the side of the room and actually enjoy the space as a Lego room and not lose like half of it to having the studio always set up and stuff like that. That's very important for me this time. So I've got the table kind of here and ready to go, and I was positioning the camera because I'm going to tape everything down so I know where everything's supposed to go when I'm here filming and stuff like that, and it's going to be really epic. And I'm just trying to sort through some of the rest of the stuff over here, you know, trying to get these studio lights out. This one is actually, the stand is broken and I've taped it together. I believe it's this one. Or maybe it's this one. Well, anyway, one of the stands is broken, so I have to leave that one kind of set up. So I'm trying to pull those out, and I'm going to replace it with one of the other studio ones I have. And then, as I said, probably put the other ones in my front closet or something like that, and only pull them out if I want to film like a city update. I can get the lights out and make sure it's a more professional video, because I just hate having them up here, because like I'm showing you the city and it's like, wow, these lights are ruining the shot. So can't wait to get rid of those. It's going to be so much better. All right, guys, things have been going well. The studio is now fully set up again, which I'm very, very excited about. It is ready to film. The floor is even all marked. The camera's in its place. The lights are taped down. Just got to do a little cable management, of course, because that's not looking the prettiest, but all the lights are positioned properly. Really like how that looks. I love the clean look up here, actually. So I'm going to try and keep that and not clutter it up like I once did. Of course, I've got these shelves over here, which I'm going to add some Lego sets to as well. And then I've got to add the white background here and get rid of all these extra boxes and stuff. And like I said, do some cable management. And then everything's good with the desk. I've got the power cord ready to be run up here so I can connect the TV and some more lights because it's still kind of dark over here. And of course, like I said, these three are going to be torn down and put into the closet and stuff like that. And then I've got to get the other bookcase back out of the room and put all this stuff away. So life is good. Lots is being done here in the Lego room, and I'm very, very happy with it all so far. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to end this video here. It has been long enough of me unpacking the Lego room. You guys have seen throughout this video, progress is going very, very well. I'm so happy that I'm able to, you know, get this room back in shape, because September, October have been such an awesome month for me, Lego YouTube wise. I've been doing a lot of really cool stuff and really engaged with my community and things like that. So I really want to keep that momentum up, and I just want to get my Lego room back so I can start building again, start making more videos and all that really fun stuff. So I'm so excited that the progress is going so well. I told myself during this move that when everything got back to normal and my renovations were done, the Lego room was going to be the first room that I worked on setting up, and that is true. This room is much more set up than any of the other rooms, and I haven't even started unpacking the living room and stuff like that yet. So very, very excited for this, and, you know, proud of myself for sticking true to that word. Anyway, guys, really excited to show you what part number 2 is going to be looking like. That should be the last part of the series, where I repack my Lego room and, of course, give you a little update, give you a mini tour of how everything now looks. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and, of course, subscribe. Stay tuned for that second packing vlog, and, of course, stay tuned for all the other future Lego videos I will be making here on the channel. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great day.